Deep state in the civil service can be contained. Negaraku should only be sung in Bahasa Melayu. Good evening, welcome to News on 2. I'm Jessica Lee. Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad said he will seek information on the allegations of the existence of a deep state among civil servants which is trying to sabotage the administration of the Pakatan Harapan government. He also expressed his confidence that the PH government is capable of handling it if it was indeed taking place.
Yang mempunyai sifat dendam.
Yalah, dendam memang ada lah. Tapi saya ingat kita boleh bendung perkara itu. Tak ada masalah. Dalam dulu pun masa saya jadi Perdana Menteri dulu pun banyak masalah. Tapi kita boleh jadi pentadbiran juga.
Tun Dr. Mahathir said this to reporters after attending a friendly gathering at the Adia Hotel in Kuala Langkawi. When asked whether the transfer of the Agriculture and Agro-Based Industry Ministry Secretary General, Dato' Muhammad Salihuddin Hassan, was due to the hidden state, Tun Dr. Mahathir said he was not sure and would ask information on the matter. On another matter, Tun Dr. Mahathir said he is confident that the incident which occurred during the PKR National Congress 2019 will not affect Pakatan Harapan as a government. He said that it was the party's internal problem, adding that it was normal that there would be disagreements in any leadership.
Parti lawan pun dia ada banyak masalah. Tapi pasal dia tak jadi kerajaan, orang tak pedulilah. Tapi bila kita jadi kerajaan, kadang-kadang ada selisihan faham sedikit. Itu perkara biasa.
Now, commenting on complaints that the flying car project was useless and embarrassing, Tun Dr. Mahathir said the issue was due to misunderstanding about the project. The Prime Minister said the mistake was in calling it the flying car when it is actually a big drone which is capable of carrying people around without having to use the roads as it can fly.
Sebenarnya dia drone. Dan drone itu besar, boleh bawa orang. Kalau nak pergi daripada satu tempat ke satu tempat boleh guna drone. Tak pakai jalan. Kalau kereta kena pakai jalan. Dia boleh terbang.
He said that it is okay for the people to reject it as it was just an idea, adding that if they like it, they can accept it, but nobody is forcing them. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister said the national anthem Negaraku should only be sung in the national language. Now, stressing this out, Tun Dr. Mahathir said the translation of Negaraku lyrics into vernacular languages were only meant to improve understanding towards the meaning of the national anthem, but it is not for singing in other languages.
Kita tak boleh menyanyi dalam bahasa lain, tapi makna apa negara itu dimasuk dalam buku, nak tunjuk makna dia supaya orang bukan Melayu boleh faham the wordings, but not for singing.
He said this when asked to comment on a recent video showing students in a classroom singing the national anthem in Mandarin and Arabic, which went viral on social media. A stern action will be taken against anyone found guilty of provoking uneasiness among the public. Home Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin says his ministry will not compromise on individuals or groups who display acts that may disrupt the peace and harmony. Tan Sri Muhyiddin in a statement said he had to issue this warning following several recent incidents that touched on the sensitivity of the people and the nation. This included the incident where the wrong Jalur Gemilang was displayed during a sports event and the singing of Negaraku in Mandarin. He said these were irresponsible actions which showed a lack of respect and patriotism among certain people. The Home Minister also cited events which highlighted the communist movement in the country, which he said was something that should be stopped. PDRM are currently investigating these incidents, and any developments on the probe will be announced by the Home Ministry as soon as possible. DAP Secretary General Lim Guan Eng challenged Bukit Gelurgor UMNO Division Chief Datuk Omar Fauzar to show evidence that the DAP had indeed registered Chinese and Indian tourists as phantom voters in the 14th general election. He said such accusation was malicious because it plays on racial sentiments.
Omar Fauzar dia cakap tentang pengundi hantu. Mana kita ada buat kerja macam ni? So minta dia tunjuk bukti lah. Itu saya rasa sesuatu tuduhan yang amat jahat sekali. Kerana nak mainkan sentimen perkauman yang paling bahaya ia tidak benar langsung. So sekiranya beliau tak tunjuk bukti, kita harap tindakan boleh diambil terhadap dia kerana ini satu permainan sentimen yang bahaya.
Yesterday, Datuk Omar, during a debate at the 2019 UMNO General Assembly, alleged the DAP had registered 95% of Chinese and Indian tourists who did not leave the country as recorded in the 2018 Auditor General's report as GE14 voters. Lim said police reports must be lodged nationwide to denounce the baseless and defamatory allegations. He said according to the DAP principles, listing of phantom voters is an illegal practice and anyone found to register phantom voters in the party would be dealt with severely. Another victim of a car crash in Kaikoura, New Zealand has died at 6:30 p.m. local time today, bringing the number of deaths to 4. Now, this was confirmed by the niece of the late Dr. Rumihati Abdul Hamid, namely Afifa Saifuddin, 33, who received the news from her family members who are now at the Christchurch Hospital. Afifa said the deceased, Nur Irfan Adnan, 15, was the eldest child of the late Dr. Rumihati and Adnan Jamain, both 49, who were killed in the crash. The second child of the couple, namely Maisara Arifa Adnan, 13, was also killed in the accident, while their youngest child, Nur Arifa, 11, was reported to be stable. According to Afifa, all the remains were expected to be buried tomorrow and were in the process of waiting for permission for the funeral in Christchurch. The temporary flood relief centres, or PPS, in the Lundu district, Sarawak, had been fully closed today. All the 70 evacuees who were housed at the two centres since yesterday were allowed to return to their homes at 2 p.m. as the floodwaters had receded fully in the area. Sarawak State Disaster Management Committee Secretariat Major Ismail Mahidin said in a statement that all the evacuees which were housed at PPS SK Sebat and Balai Raya Kampung Sebat Dayak had been sent to their homes safely. They were from flood-affected areas in Kampung Sebat Melayu and Kampung Sebat Baru.
Kita semua terdedah kepada risiko bencana. NADMA akan menguji keberkesanan inisiatif baru kami menyampaikan amaran awal melalui SMS. Rakyat perlu peka kepada mesej yang dikeluarkan dan mengambil langkah-langkah yang perlu apabila menerima mesej tersebut.
And coming up, soft space to venture into Japan next year. The Human Resources Ministry will leave it to the Dewan Negara to decide on the amendment of the Industrial Relation Act, APP 1967. Its Minister M. Kulasegaran said he could not force anyone into passing the bill, but hoping it would receive huge support by the members of the Senate, despite rumours that certain parties were lobbying the opposition senators to reject the amendment.
Saya punya hak adalah untuk memperluaskan dan memperkuatkan peranan trade union di negara ini. Itu yang saya buat dan saya akan seperti yang dikatakan oleh MTUC Sarawak bahawa tindakan kami ini sangat-sangat dialukan. Sebenarnya patut dibuat beberapa tahun dekat dulu. Kita harap bila ia dibentangkan di Senate, ia akan dapat sokongan yang besar.
The APP 1967 involved 32 amendments, in which 18 of it related to workers. SoftSpace in Sdn Bhd, one of Asia's leading fintech players, will soon diversify and expand its roots in Japan from next year in conjunction with 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Its Chief Executive Officer Joel Tay says SoftSpace recently received massive investment boosts from two companies, namely with Sumitomo Mitsui Card Company and Transcosmos, to deliver innovative fintech solutions to its Japanese partners and empower businesses to expand digital payment services within its shores.
We are one of the first in the world to be able to do what we are doing. For example, we provide a pin-on-glass technology through this device here. We are the first company in the world to be able to do this. So our technology, Malaysian-made technology, is actually on par, if not one of the better technology in the world.
Joel is confident that there will be a big demand for the services provided by SoftSpace, as their payment platform and service are much cheaper compared to other providers.
Without the need for any trick.
So in Japan, let's say if you buy a terminal, a payment terminal will cost anywhere from 500 to 1,000 USD. So our payment terminal starts anywhere below 50 USD. So for example, this payment terminal is 50 USD. So it is 10 times cheaper than the cheapest payment terminal.
Founded in 2012, SoftSpace focuses on the development of innovative solutions for the banking and payment industry, with over 20 financial institutions in 11 countries adopting its solution. It is now gravitating towards expanding into omni-channel payments that includes the adoption of artificial intelligence, QR code payments, e-wallet systems, and money lending schemes. And coming up in sport, Maduri picks up Malaysia's second SEA Games karate gold. And we begin the sports segment with the latest from the SEA Games in the Philippines. National sprinter Muhammad Haikal Hanafi has won gold in the men's 100 meters final with a time of 10.35 seconds. Thailand's Sowan Rutanapon and Bandit Chongchai, who clocked 10.49 and 10.52 seconds, won the silver and bronze respectively. All good things must come to an end, and that applied quite painfully for the men's archery team at the 30th SEA Games in the Philippines today, after they failed to defend the recurve gold that Malaysia had won in the past 4 editions since 2011. In the final held at Clark Parade Grounds, the national trio of Khairul Anwar Mohamad, Haziq Kamaruddin and Muhammad Zarif Syahir Zulkifli were edged out 4-5 in a tie-break by Indonesia, who had Arif Pangestu, Hendra Purnama and Iga Riau Salsbabila in their team. The two teams were tied 4-all at the end of regulation, and Indonesia finally confirmed their win with a 29-27 point win in the shootout. The bronze was won by Thailand, who easily beat Vietnam 6-0. Khairul Anwar, when met by reporters after the event, said strong winds had affected their points tally today, while also admitting that it had been one of his worst SEA Games showings. Teammate Haziq shared his sentiments and added that the Indonesians had the better fortune today in the final. The Malaysian karate squad delivered 1 gold and 3 silver medals on day 2 of the karate competition at the 30th SEA Games at the World Trade Center in Manila, Philippines today.
Kita di bawah 55 kilogram.
It was P. Maduri who won Malaysia's second karate gold in the SEA Games. The 20-year-old from Sungai Petani beat Thailand's Kamsi Tipawan 4-1 in the Kumite individual female 55 kilograms final at the World Trade Center early today. The first silver medal was clinched by M. Mativani, who narrowly missed out on the gold medal after losing to karate exponent from Thailand, Sukiao Am, in the 65 kilogram final. Meanwhile, Muhammad Arif Abdul Malik's dream of grabbing gold in the 67 kilogram final was shattered by defending champion from Thailand, Ngam Quing Pit Super. Malaysia also had to settle for the silver medal after national trio Yi Vun Ko, Sin Yi Chang and Lee Sin Yi lost to the Vietnamese in the karate team event final.
Wanita ini, Vietnam adalah juara bertahan. Malaysia menang perak.
And that concludes this evening's News on 2. In our top story, deep state in the civil service can be contained. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. I'm Jessica Lee. Stay tuned to TV2 and have a pleasant week ahead.